Hello guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about the Quintessential Quintuplets. It's a show I very surprisingly enjoyed the heck out of. I was definitely memeing it a bit with a few of my friends that I generally like the show a whole lot. And I wanted to talk about it here because I know a lot of people probably going to steer away from this one because it's like a lot of people don't care for harems, of course. And if you do care for harems, I think this is a top tier one. And even if you are not into harems in any way, which is a very understandable sentiment, I think it is very good regardless of the fact that it is a harem, as it doesn't feel that degenerate in a sense. It's very wholesome, surprisingly. But yeah, I decided to watch this show because I was trying to watch things that have second seasons going into the next season of anime. Some of them really good, very much enjoyed. Other ones, I regret even trying, and I sure won't be watching the second season for. But this one definitely stood out. This one is a absolutely fun journey. And I do suggest for you guys, if you've never watched the harem, I would say this is a good shot. This is the best attempt you get at a harem. As the concept of the show is that we have our main character who is very smart, very intellectual, gets like 100s easily on all his tests. He works very ambitiously, studies very hard to get what he wants. One of the big things is that they are not in the greatest situation ever. They don't have that much money, so he's pretty much trying to get money for tutoring. He's offered up a tutoring job for himself to try and, get some money in so, the rest of his family, especially his little sister, can have, a better life. He is a hardworking dude, very admirable, which if you've watched harems before, usually the main characters kinda are just bland, boring, and you have no reason to follow them or root for them in any way. Nonetheless, even reasons for one or multiple girls to even chase after them. But this one, they already set up a very solid base. And what happens is he gets offered opportunity of just a whole lot of money from tutoring. They said to tutor this one person, and it was 5 times the rate. What happens is that there's 5 times the people, so it kind of makes sense. So he is going to be tutoring these quintuplets. So it's just 5 girls. They have a rich father, and they all suck. They suck at studying. They suck at their studies. They fail everything, and the reason they came to school is because they were at risk of failing at the school beforehand, so they needed to transfer this one, and this tutor was an attempt to not have them all fail. So the goal of the show is pretty much what happens in the routes of him trying to get all these girls to become better at their studies. Of course, there's a lot of sidetracking. It isn't just watching people study because it's kind of boring. So, they often get taken out on adventures. You have all the school activities get shown. And it's definitely a very fun journey. One of the things you would absolutely like about the show is, rooting for teams. I think in this show, they do a very good balance of making every single girl likable, that if one of them won, you're like, okay, respectable. I do want this other one, but this one's fine. I think it's very good sense for writing harems in particular. Of course, you don't want people at the end outraged, being like, what the hell? Why did my ship not happen? That's one of the big things about harems in particular. And a harem is pretty good if you are hard rooting for a character, which in this show, yes, I was definitely doing. Miku, I think I pronounced it right. I feel I'm butchering it in the moment. Whatever. Miku, the third one, the third quintuplet. She's best girl, 10 out of 10. I think that's probably a generic choice for people who've watched first season. I bet, manga readers have definitely, have different opinions on how farther it's developed. And of course, the second season is probably going to develop my opinion differently, possibly. But even though I hard rooted for that character, every other character I generally liked a lot. The oldest one, I'm not going to say the name because I'm just going to butcher it. I'll just acknowledge that now. She, very cool. I loved how she was, wanting to get into acting, be in front of the camera. That's cool. I relate. And definitely her sense of thinking about the others was really great when they got to talk with the main character. And that little bit of wanting to be with this person was definitely, a nice little element. It still had that competition, even though they're really selling Miku a lot in this first season. The main one, the first one, they show you right off the bat. Again, she's pretty cool. She's definitely going to get a lot more coming up, I would assume. But for what she got, it was a little bit small, pretty good. Yotsuba, she's great. She's lovely. There's nothing too crazy to her, no development that's happened. She's just that very happy character, and something to like. And Nino's the one character that got the least development, but she's still likable nonetheless. Again, having a solid cast is very important for harems, and this one was damn good with its cast. I liked just about every character, and that's something you absolutely need when you are watching a harem. It was something to easily root for. I thought things were very enjoyable. Everything made sense. Why the guy was so likable. It all made sense in the scheme of the story, which harems are usually pretty trashy, and they don't do a lot to make things as good as they are. This was a really good, again, not too degenerate at all. It's very wholesome, pretty PG, 13. Nothing crazy that goes on. There's very little ecchi elements, going to be honest. There's a little bit at the start, but not too much to actually talk about there, as most of it is just a wholesome adventure. I definitely like how this first season ends. Again, it's not selling you on whoever's going to win. It's not trying to say, oh yes, this person's absolutely going to win. They give you a nice ending that's, vague. It's oh, all of them have the same chance, because there's this little story towards the end of whoever gets to do this dance is binded together in a relationship. Some dumb little folklore legend, and what happens there, there's definitely that conflict of people, all the girls trying to possibly get this dance. Some of them don't care as much, others care a whole lot. That's one of the big elements. Again, that was done really well. How they ended it, done really well. Everything in this show was done very well. But thank you guys for watching this video. I hope I did sell the show a little bit. I thought it was cool, and for a nice little bonus video of this week, I think you're not going to complain. One little thing, I do have a little Twitter thing where you can pretty much suggest a show, so go to that thing. It'll be right down in the description. You can easily read up on it. There you go, just go do that. Yeah, that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is probably going to be a bonus video, hell yeah. So there'll be a regular video as always, coming toward my Friday upload schedule, which I've been happy to keep up with. But yeah, that's all I have to say. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you liked and enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.